What is up, guys? It is Coaster Watch here, and today I'm going to be counting down the top 10 roller coaster drops that I have experienced. And if you don't know already, I'm a huge fan of drops. That is my absolute favorite thing about roller coasters. More than likely, my drop on a ride will be probably my favorite element of the ride. But I absolutely love them, and I've been on quite a few good ones. So I'm going to be counting down, in my opinion, my 10 favorites. So without further ado, let's start off right at the number 10 spot with Mind Blower at Fun Spot Kissimmee. And this drop is just so much fun. It gives you some nice ejector in the back, some pretty decent floater airtime in the front. Nothing too crazy or too special, but this is personally a drop that I do enjoy over some of the B&M curve drops that I've experienced, like Raptor and Kumba. But this is an excellent drop, I will say that. At the number 9 spot, we have Nitro at Six Flags Great Adventure. Nitro has a pretty good drop. I don't remember it too well because I only rode this coaster once, but I do remember it being really long and very floater-based, which I do prefer the more ejector-based airtime hills. But again, I haven't ridden this in a while, so maybe it is stronger than I'm making it out to be. But I just remember the height and the speed of this drop, so that is why it's coming in at the number 9. So at the number 8 spot, we have a bit of an unpopular one. This is Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point. And man, let me just tell you, this thing surprised me. If you've ever been on Kingda Ka and you haven't ridden Top Thrill Dragster, you might be thinking, what the heck is this doing on here? Trust me, with these Intamin T-bars, you really do feel a lot more airtime, especially in the back row, and those laterals. Let me talk about those laterals. Those things are absolutely freaking crazy. These laterals are so strong, and I absolutely love this drop. So at the number 7 spot, we have a bit of an unpopular one. This is Lightning Rod at Dollywood, and I'm not a huge fan of this coaster drop. It gave some really nice ejector airtime, but it was nothing that I was really shouting at. I was expecting a lot more out of this drop, considering how much airtime I got over the pre-drop, because I did ride this with the faster launch, so that pre-drop just shot me out of my seat. But I think the drop was honestly one of the weakest moments on the ride, which kind of let me down a little bit about this coaster. But it was still excellent, still gave some excellent ejector airtime. It was really nice, but personally, I think I've just been on stronger. And at number 6, we have SheiKra and Valravn. So I would include Valravn at another spot because it has a different restraints. However, they're so similar, I'm just going to mash them both together. But I do prefer SheiKra since it has the better restraints. And let me just tell you, with these restraints, I always happen to have so much room. And this drop is just phenomenal. This is more specifically for the second drop on this ride. I do personally prefer that one. The first drop is really good too, but the second one you're getting a lot more airtime. And I do love these dive coaster drops. They're very long lasting. Since the trains aren't as long, you're not going to be getting a whole lot of airtime, but I do love the sensation it provides. And now at number 5, we have Mako at SeaWorld Orlando, and this coaster has an absolutely fantastic drop. In the back row, you just go flying out of your seat, and especially with these B&M clamshells, these things allow you to get some insane airtime. This is probably the strongest airtime moment on the ride, and honestly, this drop is probably my favorite moment on Mako. I absolutely love this moment. Now, coming in at number 4, we actually have Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point, and this drop is absolutely fantastic. It is 90 degrees vertical, straight down. It is just absolutely wicked. The amount of ejector airtime you receive is absolutely out of this world. And if this coaster didn't have such restricting restraints, I could say that this could be the best drop at Cedar Point, but I do think there are 2 coasters that have better drops. And one of them is Maverick. Maverick is my number 3 drop that I've experienced. And let me just tell you, the strength of the airtime on this drop is unspeakable. This is my first Beyond Vertical drop, but coming off that launch in the back row is absolutely wicked. You just go flying. You feel like you're going to die. You feel like you're going to just whip out into Lake Erie. It is such a strong feeling. It is absolutely nuts how much you are just whipped over this drop. I absolutely love it. And these over-the-shoulder restraints allow for some really, really good airtime. And Millennium Force will be taking my number 2 favorite drop that I've experienced, and this drop in the back row is absolutely incredible. It is floater airtime for days. The length of the drop, the height, the speed, the length of the trains, these restraints, these are my favorite restraints on any roller coaster. All of those factors mixed together helps make Millennium Force a near perfect drop. It is 300 feet tall. It is just absolutely incredible, the feeling of floater airtime. And what else can I say? Maybe make the airtime a little bit stronger. But I think that could honestly be any coaster's drop. You could ask for stronger airtime. But honestly, if this coaster's drop did have stronger airtime, it would easily be my number one. But the sensation of floatiness and just the amount that you're out of your seat and for how long it lasts is absolutely incredible. But what is my number one drop that I've experienced? How about El Toro? This drop is just Millennium Force on drugs. It is just absolutely wicked. It's long lasting. You just get ejected out of your seat. This is one of the strongest ejector moments I've experienced on a roller coaster. It is so fast. Like, the amount you just get thrown over your seat. It's like if you combine Millennium Forces and Maverick's drop. Just the amount of whip there is with the sustained and the restraints make up for it. These aren't my favorite lap bars out there, but they're definitely better than over-the-shoulder harnesses in my opinion. But this drop is just absolutely incredible. It tears every other drop that I've been on to absolute shreds. It is my favorite drop that I've experienced as a coaster enthusiast. So thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop your thoughts on this video. Share your thoughts below. What are your thoughts on my list? Comment some of your favorite drops below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Peace out.